Well, hey guys, it's Abby. Long time no see. Welcome back to my channel. Do you hear that noise? I'm going to show you in just a few minutes of what that is. Do you like my hat? Let's take the elephant out of the room. I made this hat, y'all. I have been into my grandma hobbies lately, which is crocheting, and I crocheted this hat. We'll do a 360. I hope my hair wasn't split down the center so you can see my neck. This is a new hobby unlocked. This is the Bamboo Labs P1S with the AMS tank, of course. I am 3D printing a tool for the 3D printer, which is like crazy to say. Like, what? You can print tools for your 3D printer? Yes, you can. Check out my feet. But I've enjoyed having this printer. I got it last week, and ever since then I've just been 3D printing all kinds of stuff, like this gecko. It's a fidget gecko. This little thing that looks like slime's coming out of your 3D printer. I 3D printed this butterfly knife. I'll show you in a second. I 3D printed this scraper for my 3D printer that hangs on the door. It's specific for the Bamboo Labs. There's way more. This is what the bamboo knife looks like. It's not an actual knife. It is a little bit sharp on the end right here, but it's not a real knife. It's a plastic one. Okay, you just go like this. I haven't figured out any tricks yet, but I know there's a lot of people who just get into all that. You know, I printed one for my sister, so I was like, I'm going to print one for myself. It has like flower designs on it. It's cute. It's, you know, it's whatever. It sounds like the 3D printer is over there about to take off out of my room like a rocket ship. But I want to show you some more stuff that I made. Over here, this is a hen on a nest. If you're someone like me who loves cottagecore and grandma stuff, then you know what a hen on a nest is. It's usually like a glass dish that looks like this. But this is a 3D printed one with PLA, which is just a term that 3D printer people use to say that it's a hard plastic. But that's what it looks like. I put some little candies in here, so they're a bit big for this little dish. I want to make a bigger one, but I didn't want to use up a lot of my filament, so this is the mini size of that. I made a train whistle just because I was bored. It does sound like a train, so that's a cool part of it. I'm trying to think of what other stuff I have made. Oh, I have a cookie jar goose. This is the head of it. I made this for my porch goose outside, but it didn't fit on her, so I put it on my cookie jar goose. And as you can see, it falls off of her too. But if you sit it on there just right, it'll stay. But it is for St. Patrick's Day, which is coming up. Which leads me into some of my grandma hobbies I've been doing. I've been getting into crocheting, and I've been crocheting my porch goose, Greta. You know Greta. Some outfits. And I'm going to show you those in just a few minutes. But here's some of the stuff I'm working on now. These granny squares. I'm going to make a iPad case out of these granny squares, so that's what I've been working on there. I've been sewing up a storm too. Just, I'm not good at sewing, so you're gonna have to excuse some of my crafts. But I wanted a Kindle case, and this is what I came up with. I even put a little button latch on it, and my Kindle is in here. It needs to be charged. I don't really read as much as I used to. I'm like in a book slump. I need to just find some new books to read. So if you have any suggestions, if you are someone who loves to read, leave some down below. My favorite genres are like romance, mystery. I like things like Vampire Diaries and Twilight and all that kind of stuff too. So yeah. And if you're going to recommend ACOTAR, I have read some of ACOTAR, but I just couldn't get into it. So yeah, that answers your question. This is a Bible case. I even like done this little A on it for Abby, and it has like these ties on the side, and then there's a Bible in there. So yeah, I've been working on that for a while and finally got done with it. I might have showed you guys this one before, but I changed it from a Kindle case into a Bible case. But that was something that I had to change up when it comes to like the embroidery and stuff on it. So yeah, I've been working on this. Then I've been working on crocheting. I have a whole bag of yarn and crochet tools over here. And I just pick that bag up and I put it on my bed and I just sit there and crochet and watch Desperate Housewives. If you've never watched that show, you need to. I promise it's not a reality TV show. It's like a fake show about this bunch of people who live on this street called Wisteria Lane. You would enjoy it. There's drama. There's all kinds of stuff. So it's on Amazon Prime. So if you got Prime, go check it out. It's awesome. They might be on something else. It used to be on Hulu, I think, and they took it off of Hulu. But yeah, I made this hat. It's called a cat ear beanie. So if you want to make one, all you got to do is 8 granny squares, and there is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, I think 6 rows. At least I think so. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There might be 5 rows. Yeah, 5 rows for the granny square, and then you just need 8 of them, and then you just stitch them together, and then you fold up the piece right here, and it makes like a little cat beanie. It's super cute. I have made another beanie before. It's over here. It's not my favorite, but it was like my first one I ever made. I wanted like a ruffly beanie, but it just didn't turn out ruffly enough. I don't know what I did wrong, but I'll take this hat off and expose my beanie hair. But if you go like this is what the hat looks like with the ruffles. It's not as cute as this one. I'm not obsessed with this, but this was my first beanie that I ever made crocheting. So you gotta keep your first little project that you did. But this has a lot of granny squares in it. It has 4 on the out and 1 in the top, so 5 granny squares and then some ruffles. If I could just make these more ruffly, I feel like it'd be more cuter, but it's just not, it's not giving ruffles. It's giving flat. It was flatter than that, and I fixed it, but yeah, that's what I've been up to, just crafting, getting into my granny hobbies and doing the things that I like to do, like 3D printing. I'll show you some more 3D printing content. I'm making some clippers right now for the tools. I want to show you some tools that I have made. I cleaned out this whole drawer. This drawer was full of just junk that I like to keep around. I don't know what it's doing right now. Oh, I think it's switching colors. But anyways, these are like little tools for the 3D printer. Like if something goes wrong, you can fix your 3D printer with them. This is like a little cleaning gear thing for it. This is what filament looks like. And I made these little 3D printed clips to hold the filament so they're not like trying to all come out. They usually come in like these little silicone, like plastic wrappers. And you got to keep them from getting moisture, so you gotta have silica packets. So I keep them in the drawer. I probably need to get one of those plastic totes and put them all in there, but I'm not gonna put a plastic tote in my room. So this is my, oh my god, I just dropped my phone on top of my foot and that hurts so bad. Oh, there's gonna be a bruise. It's all right, but that's what it looks like. I'm gonna go cry in a corner. This is my bag of crochet stuff. Look how much junk is in here. We got crochet abbreviations, because when you read like a planned out thing for your crochet or like a pattern, you got to know these little abbreviations, and they're hard to remember. So I hate looking them up all the time, so I wrote it on a piece of paper. We got all kinds of skeins of yarn. This is Premier Just yarn. I get this at the Dollar Tree. I like buying little skeins because I just make granny squares. I don't make like a big blanket or nothing like that. Maybe one day I'll buy some big skeins of yarn. Like this was a big skinny yarn, and I caked it up using a yarn thing. Look at the little patterns in it. You can tell it's been caked up on a machine. I'll have to show you guys that machine because it's actually really cool, and it helps a lot. Like I hate having them like this, so when you cake them up, they look like this. Like this little caked up ball of yarn used to look like this blue one. So I need to do all of them, and maybe my bag will be more organized and have more space. We'll have to see. This board is actually for your granny squares. You put like these little pegs and you block them by putting water, and you block them so they're like straight. You'll need that when it comes to like making blankets or like this iPad case I'm gonna make. I'm gonna block them because I don't want them to be like curved like this. So yeah, and I also made this on my embroidery sewing machine, which is Baby Lock Accord. It is a crochet hook holder, so all my little crochet hooks from different sizes, I have them in a little crochet hooked Mickey and Minnie Mouse pouch that I made myself, sewed and embroidered the name on it. Yeah, I've just been making crafts and been in my crafty era, and honestly I just love that for me because it just keeps me from doom scrolling on TikTok, or you know, just doing things that isn't using your brain, which is what I love. I also got this little kit full of crochet accessories. off of Amazon. When you learn how to crochet for the first time, you need to go on Amazon and buy you a crochet kit that's for beginners. It comes with everything that you need for like $20 and even little balls of yarn so it can get you started. These are my favorite crochet hooks, which are the Boye. And then the kit actually comes with all these crochet hooks, like a bunch. Ones without handles, ones with rubber handles that remind you of the tulip crochet hooks that are expensive. I bought these off of Amazon, these rings you put on your finger, and you put the yarn through there, and it helps with your tension. It does help a lot. A little measuring thing in case you need to measure your projects. Plastic needles for sewing in the little pieces that stick out all the time instead of cutting them off, which I cut them off, so, you know. A stitch counter. I'm missing one of my stitch counters. I think it's in the living room somewhere. I don't know. This is a stitch keeper, so, like, you know where you began your row and when you end it. Best thing ever. I can actually 3D print these on my 3D printer and make them into, like... But, yeah, it's just a bunch of junk. I will definitely be posting more videos of all the stuff I've been getting into, like the 3D printing and the crocheting if I make new projects. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I hope to see you guys next time. Bye!